moments away at Talking Stick Resort Arena, downtown Phoenix. But welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K DH.
Hey, Kevin.
He sure does. Fantastic, David. Thank you. Well, Doris, it should be an interesting matchup in the low post. How do you see the battle of the bigs playing out in this one tonight?
Boy, what a classic low post strength-on-strength contest we are in for tonight. Now, that's more the exception than the norm these days. But I'll tell you what, you give me some skilled big men on the box doing work, I'm all about that.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Doncic out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Towns. Then it's Junior. And it's Edwards in at small forward. And for Phoenix, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Ayton is out there with Smith. And it's Paul in at the one spot.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Wants to get it to Doncic, and does.
I'll tell you this, Luka Doncic will never turn down an opportunity to finish at the rim. He's elite and loves those opportunities.
Paul kicks to Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And the Timberwolves with possession. Here's Lewis, and Junior throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Count that one.
How about the power from DeAndre Ayton on that finish right through the contact?
Lewis.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Smith outside. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played. Down low. And Smith with the stuff.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
And Doris, Mikal Bridges, how about 2 national titles in the 3 seasons at Villanova? Got better each and every year.
And think about in his junior season, he becomes one of only 8 major conference players in college basketball history to average 1 block and 1.5 steals while also shooting over 40% from three-point range. Boy, that is the perfect resume for a 3-and-D wing.
6 on the shot clock. And it's Paul missing.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And how about the start they've gotten off to? They haven't missed once.
Paul with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. Passes it to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Well, you love watching Devin Booker finish with power. He refuses to settle for the layup. Nice aggressiveness there.
Edwards. Bridges with the board. Suns trail by 3. And it's blocked by Lewis. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. No good from outside. For Phoenix, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Bridges finds Booker. Ayton against Lewis. They get it back. And that one's good, Ayton.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
To the middle. Here's Towns. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Doris, the offense is there for Towns. That's obvious. But how does he improve defensively?
Well, you make a great point. Number one, he's always carried such a heavy burden offensively. Remember, this is a big guy, actually size 20 feet. So quickness laterally has always been an issue. For me, it's about one thing. Know your personnel and play smart angles. That should help immensely.
And the Suns making a change here. Peterson's checked in.
You know, Karl Anthony Towns has said he wants to be considered the best player in the league. He's got the offensive game, the versatility, the length, the mobility. Let's see what happens.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they fell to the Wolves.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Ayton, the pass to Booker. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Booker's got 7 points in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Towns. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Ayton.
Well, beautifully done by Towns, using the up fake to bait the defender.
Now the regular season coming to a close, Greg. Some call these the dog days of the year. Winning teams ready for the playoffs, and lottery teams sometimes ready to hang it up and call it quits. It's kind of an interesting dynamic.
No doubt, Kevin. A lot of teams still have something to play for, whether it's fighting to make the playoffs or seeding. These games matter. And then with the younger teams, young players are trying to secure their future moving forward, and teams, they're doing a great job of evaluating and determining whether or not they want some of those guys on the roster the following year.
Very interesting. Johnson, he's checked in for Smith. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. It's a 3-point game. To the inside. And the dunk by Booker.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
Hickson against Towns. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his first foul. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Pass to Hickson. Shot clock at 6. And the pass to Boyd. Here's the 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Lewis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Out to Doncic. Moss, the pass to Russell. Suns trail by 3. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Peterson misses. The Timberwolves have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Lewis misses. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. To the paint, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. The Suns shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Ayton.
Well, the #1 pick in the 2018 NBA draft, DeAndre Ayton, is going to be a feared big man for years to come.
Booker and Bridges are the wings. Smith is out there with Ayton. And it's Paul in at point guard. Who's out there for Phoenix. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Clock at 6. Russell kicks to Edwards. And stolen by Booker. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Thunder, was tremendous. He scored 36 points, and as he always seems to do, piled up rebound after rebound. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Doncic is checked in for McDaniels.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Lewis misses.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Bridges passes to Paul. Now Smith. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
That one drops. He ties it up.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Timberwolves shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line, and the first one at the line is good. No good on the second free throw. For Phoenix, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. On the wing, Booker, guarded by Doncic. Tipped away and stolen by Russell. 4-on-1, and they're running. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. And another assist.
And every game, the assist totals get higher and higher. Exceptional playmaking from him all year long.
And he is now even for 3rd most assists in a single NBA season. What a year he's had. And Booker kicks to Smith. From outside, off the mark. Minnesota leading by 3. There's the lob to Towns. Can't hit that one.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Paul outside, launches it. Here's Ayton over Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
DeAndre Ayton, a quality free throw shooter, so you love to see him create opportunities to get there.
And Phoenix making a change here. Peterson's checked in, and the Timberwolves call time here. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
Minnesota in the lead. Lewis down low. Covered by Smith. Towns. And the rejection by Ayton.
That's an encouraging sign for sure. Boy, when DeAndre Ayton is hustling and focused, he can send it back with the best of them.
Pass to Peterson. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. No good from Booker. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Another possession, another assist.
Up he climbs on that historic ladder. The assists are endless with him.
His great performance all year is now the 3rd highest assist total ever in a single NBA season. This is incredible stuff. Vincent's checked in for the Suns. Suns trail by 4. Inside, here's Smith, and the dunk by Smith.
And right there you see Devin Booker's feel for the game. This guy knows exactly when to give it up.
The Suns have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. Minnesota with the ball.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
Booker the pass to Peterson. to Booker. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just one on the bucket from Ayton.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
And here's Doncic from the arc. It's hauled in by the Suns. And we know the story. Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skill.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, oh my goodness!
Wow.
What a play!
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
Vincent the pass to Booker. Now here's Ayton. Fires from deep. He can't get it to go. And Minnesota now the other way. Passes to Edwards. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Timeout called. The Suns, they come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
I think if you get out-rebounded by that wide a margin, it speaks to a lack of energy and effort, and that's problematic.
So it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding up. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Towns is out there with Junior. Then it's Russell. Then there's Edwards. And it's Doncic in at the shooting guard position.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. It's taken away by Smith. Bridges against Russell. Smith. Rebound, Minnesota. Lewis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Edwards. No good on the 3. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 13. Over Doncic. And it's off the back rim. No good.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
You know, to me, it's huge when D'Angelo gets to the glass. This guy has the ability to use his athleticism to his advantage.
Bounce pass from Paul. On the wing, Booker, guarded by Doncic. 5 on the clock. Bridges dishes to Ayton. Doncic with the steal. Russell with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Second chance shot. And Towns lays it in. Towns has got 13.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Suns trail by 19. Booker outside. Paul right side over Russell. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Booker. Paul's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, Chris Paul is usually the guy to deliver the pass. In this instance, getting to the catch-and-shoot game. Go ahead, Chris. Let your teammates make it easy on you.
Minnesota calls timeout. Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. Daniels, he's checked in for Minnesota. Here's Russell. Lewis passes to Edwards. Russell kicks to Lewis. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And Junior throws it down hard.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Here's Lewis. And Junior throws it down hard.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group. Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Suns trail by 21. Boyd the pass to Ayton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. And it's been said that history is written by the victor. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, and in the NBA and basketball in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them. Booker against Russell.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Boyd the pass to Peterson. Shot clock at 4, and it's blocked by Lewis. And they'll keep possession. For Phoenix, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
And really,
so it's the Timberwolves now. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He misses the free throw. Minnesota making a switch here. Russell's checked in. And he's good on the second. Suns trail by 21. 1:32 left in the third. Now here's Hickson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Boyd. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on D'Angelo Russell. First free throw is good.
wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. A minute 20 left in the third. Floats it up for Doncic. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. The Suns making a switch here. Booker's checked in. Phoenix has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Vincent, guarded by Doncic. Minnesota leading by 19 points. Here's Russell, and the slam dunk by Russell.
So a point guard who can flush it with authority. D'Angelo Russell takes advantage.
Here's Vincent. He's got 5. He dishes it to Booker. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Shot clock at 5. Plays it up and banks it in. Booker's got 11 points.
Well, you love the lethal scoring ability off the dribble. Booker putting extraordinary pressure on the defense.
Lewis passes to Moss. To the paint. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The first free throw is good. Mikal Bridges checked in for Phoenix. And Hickson drops them both. 27 seconds left in the third quarter. There's the lob to the hoop. Peterson grabs the miss.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Booker looking around. Pass to Vincent. No good with the triple. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Their transition game has been in full effect. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Vincent. Smith is out there with Bridges. Then there's Ayton. And it's Booker in at the 1. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Vincent, the pass to Booker. Hits the three-point bomb.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Here's Lewis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Court vision, intellect, basketball IQ, the masterful distributor that is Chris Paul.
And there's the pass to Moss. Looks for Paul. Hits it to him. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And it's Smith missing.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Lewis attacking. And the rejection by Ayton. Russell against Booker. The 3. Hits it from three-point range. Booker's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Suns.
That gives him his second 3 of the half.
And another assist for him.
And the playmaking he has shown all season long is just nothing short of stupendous.
Well, you can't help, Greg, but appreciate the greatness as he moves towards the second spot for most assists in an NBA season.
Well, you can see, guys, how much confidence DeAndre Ayton plays the game with. This is especially so on the offensive end.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Suns trail by 14. And here's Booker. Lewis grabs the board. Lewis has got his 16th rebound on the night. To the inside. And Doncic gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Phoenix calls timeout.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Bridges finds Smith. Stolen by Lewis. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Knocked loose. Now Paul. Lewis grabs the board. Minnesota leading by 16. Edwards passes to Lewis. Towns trying to get open, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Both good from the line that time. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Pass to Booker. In the corner, Smith with it. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 4th assist in this one.
Instinctual playmaker. Booker very crafty in distributing to his teammates.
And the rejection by Ayton. Goes up. And the dunk by Booker.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look. Unbelievable. That's the big cat. So fluid at the center position.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. 15-point game. Booker against Doncic. Here's Smith again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Russell not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. That's now 8 points for D'Angelo Russell. Smith outside. And contact on. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is